The Subcommittee on Energy and Mineral Resources will come to order. The subcommittee is meeting today to hear testimony on the impact of the President's fiscal year 2017 budget on the energy and mineral leasing and production missions of the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management, BOEM, the Bureau of Safety and Environmental Enforcement, BSEE, and the Bureau of Land Management, BLM. Under Committee Rule 4F, any oral opening statements at hearings are limited to the chairman and the ranking minority member and the vice chair and a designee of the ranking member. This will allow us to hear from our witnesses sooner and help members keep to their schedules. Therefore, I ask unanimous consent that all other members' opening statements be made part of the hearing record if they are submitted to the subcommittee clerk by 5 p.m. today. Hearing no objection, so ordered. This morning, we are reviewing the 2017 budget request of the three agencies at the Department of Interior charged with the development of energy resources on public lands. As I stated before, BOEM, BSEE, and BLM, as they are affectionately known. As we enter the waning months of this administration, however, many of us are happy to know that there is an end in sight to the multitude of regulatory measures from this administration that have added to the bureaucratic red tape and new fees that have discouraged economic activity on federal lands. According to data compiled by CRS, Congressional Research Service, leased onshore and offshore acreage have hit record lows on President Obama's watch. And I think there's a chart on the screen that you can look at which verifies that point. We'll keep that up there for the few minutes. Energy production on federal lands achieved record production in 2010, but despite nominal year-over-year increases, we have not surpassed that high point again of almost 2 million barrels per day. For many years at this committee, we have heard endless claims that energy supply would not impact energy prices for American families, and I always differed. In fact, 4 years ago, President Obama said, quote, "We can't drill our way to lower gas prices," unquote. He was dead wrong. Today, American families are enjoying the lowest gas prices we have seen since 2009, thanks to record oil supply. Yet it is important to remember that in this current price environment, those who wish to develop our nation's energy resources will face tougher choices. This is precisely why regulatory certainty is so critical. It seems that not a Friday afternoon has gone by without receiving a new notice of proposed rulemaking from one of the agencies present today. And I agree that regulatory authority is absolutely critical, especially when it comes to ensuring safety. But there is an appropriate balance to achieve, and right now it seems we are very much out of balance. For years, the BLM worked on the hydraulic fracturing rule, which absorbed countless staff hours. Despite constant concerns expressed by Congress and the states that the rule interfered with state jurisdiction, as well as was needlessly duplicative of what states were already doing, like my home state of Colorado. It seems that the courts agree as they have put this rule on hold. The BLM has moved on to promulgate updates to onshore orders 3, 4, and 5, as well as the venting and flaring rule. BOEM and BSEE have promulgated the Arctic Rule, which has been cited as one of the reasons why many companies have relinquished their Arctic leases. BOEM is moving forward with its own air regulations for offshore energy development. Finally, BSEE's well control rule has remained heavily contested and is highly contentious. Despite years of safe and permitted drilling activity in the Gulf of Mexico, this rule includes a prescriptive provision that would have made over 60% of the wells permitted since 2010 impossible to drill. How does that make sense? How is this achieving the appropriate balance? Countless staff hours and federal budgetary dollars have been invested in these many rulemakings. And while some may move forward and some may remain contested, the overall net effect of all of these regulations is tying up federal lands in even more red tape. Energy production on federal lands has remained a critical component of our nation's energy strength. It has helped lower energy prices for American families, created job opportunities, and brought in billions of dollars into the federal treasury, all of which is now in jeopardy. The decisions we make today will have serious consequences for energy production in our future. I look forward to your testimony as to how this administration justifies its actions. I would like to now hear from the ranking member if he has a statement to make.
Thank you, Chairman Lamborn, and I'd also like to